So the first way of becoming a teacher is that you declare, oh, this is the technique, you learn the technique, and then you sell, and there are going to be hierarchies, and there's also going to be an issue that if you do the technique wrong, then what happens? Instead of putting the cross like this, you go the other way around, what happens then, etc. So then that becomes the anti-technique. So if you became holy by doing this, by doing that, you became unholy. If you did this and this is the cross of God, and if you hang it other, then it's the devil. So just by your hand going like this and that, from you have switched from God to devil and all. It's not like that. It's your intention. You can do like this, but in your heart you see God, or that's what you see. So techniques have that thing that anything wrong, and there is an assumption, oh, this is wrong. Wrong may be the technique, and the assumption goes out that your intention was wrong. So technique has got that, and then technique has got a teacher who learned it in our word and then is sharing it, and also needs to be making money out of that, etc. The other way, the quicker way, is that you declared, like I declared, yoga guru. Now you're going to be thinking, oh, this guy is a guru of yoga, so he's going to be teaching yoga, which is true. But look at me. Do I look like a yoga guru, like the pretzel twisting ones, etc.? I don't. And I still say yoga guru, because yoga means communion, alignment, connecting with God. Yoke. You yoke the cow, etc. In the olden times, in the field they used to yoke. So that's the word, it comes from yoga. And guru means teacher. So the assumption that people are going to be making is that, oh, Tarun is a teacher of yoga, which is right as long as you understand it rightly and you take it in. So the moment you're accepting something which is flowing through me to you, at that moment I'm a yoga guru. But when I say yoga guru for myself, I'm saying that this technique, this art of achieving communion with God is bigger than me. So it's my teacher. Got it? That yoga is greater than me, and I bow my head to the art of achieving communion with God, and that's my teacher. So yoga, guru. In front of the art of yoga, I am a nobody. It is a great knowledge setting everyone free from the smallness of this life flowing through me. And that is what you are accepting. So that is the yoga guru type. And you can declare yourself to be yoga guru anytime. When you accept that, oh, the teaching that sets everyone free by saying that this, even if the worst thing is happening in your life or in anyone's life, the soul is not really affected. We are all like a tree, branches can fall off, the leaf itself can break off from the branch and go back to earth. The leaf can fall off, but the tree lives on. And most of the tree, the most precious part of the tree is where? The root. The root is not seen by the leaf ever. But the leaf knows for sure that there is a root going deep inside the earth and providing all the nutrition and grounding it. But the leaf never sees the roots of the tree of which it is a part. So that art of recognizing that, oh, I'm not this small leaf hanging like this. I'm connected to, and in a bigger sense, I am this branch, and in a bigger sense, I am the trunk. And in the absolute sense, I'm that which is penetrating deep into the earth, the roots. That no matter what happens, is still going to be there. A storm can come and destroy the whole of the trunk and everything. But the roots, they will live on. And as long as we are thinking that, oh, I am this leaf, I have this body, etc., we are small. So our perspective, this prism that we put in, the moment we say that something else is greater than me, and for some people it is going to be money is more important for me than anything on the planet. So money is your guru, money is your teacher, money is your passion, money is whatever it is, whatever. Mostly people, of course, if you give money, it's an artificial happiness, because money is very powerful energy. It has the habit of showing to you whatever you want. You want sex, you will see in money, oh, with money I will have respect, and then people will be attracted to me. You want respect, you will the money will put you into a framework of mind where you will think, if I have a lot of money, people will respect me, which may be true, may not be true. So money has got that. You are feeling insecure, and you will see money, and automatically in our world you will think, if only I had more money, I'd be more secure. And it's all a faulty way of seeing things. If money was everything, then the people who have so much amount of billionaires, etc., they won't be getting stressed. They won't be having divorces. They won't be having. They will be living very privileged spiritual lives also. But it doesn't happen. All the people who have money are extremely comfortable body-wise and extremely miserable like the rest of the humanity. In fact, sometimes more miserable. Let's say you and me. So I was born in India. So even if I'm in North America having nothing, I'm happy. I came to this India planet via India having nothing. And so even if I have my clothes and I've had good day experiences, good. But if someone was born rich, like the king, etc., so you are born a king, and you think a king's life is good, read history. 90%, if not more, kings had violent deaths, lived in a state of constant paranoia. We think, oh, this person, king and queen, and being so good, and queens were so like were always jealous of who the king may like, and etc. Who and of course, what sort of a stupid king is going to be having all the ladies on the planet or in his kingdom at his disposal, and just going to bed only with his queen, only if he's really afraid or he's not really a king. Because a king means that you have power, and power unutilized is equal to no power. So a king has to feel powerful. So if you take a look at the European history, they have so many bastards, etc., and everything, and bastards wouldn't be getting anything, etc. But the point is that all the royal people, they were stressed, insecure, always plotting. All the kings, all the great kings. Why do you think that Louis, the Sun King, why did he create Versailles, basically? Because he had seen his stepfather or his father-like figure, his teacher, on his and is cut off by the crowd. And the similar thing had happened to Peter the Great. So they were traumatized. Peter the Great has actually seen his uncle or father, I forget which one, killed in front of him, both of them, Peter the Great and the Sun King. They had seen their father-like figures in their childhood killed by the mob. So all their life, he created St. Petersburg, a different capital from the place which was Moscow, and the Sun King, he created Versailles around. It's still around 1 hour by train from Paris. So the point is that these cities were born out of the fear of the king. The king didn't want to be in the same place where so much amount of murderous activity. And in fact, Versailles was created so that he could control. He would be like the spider controlling and seeing everything. He had spider. So there was a high level of paranoia for all the kings, and we think, oh, I would be a king. That's our compliment. So everyone who has money, they have very insecure lives. They have a lot to lose, and they look, they live in us. They don't, whatever you have, we are all having huge amounts of oxygen at our disposal, without which we will die in around maximum 180 seconds. Huge amounts of. But has anyone ever said, thank you for living in a world where I have oxygen? So the same way, the rich people, they never say, oh, thank you, Lord, I have these riches, etc. They take it as a matter of fact. Like we can take a look, oh, that car is Bentley or whatever, or Rolls Royce, but it's just tin with another engine and with the rubber. It's just a perception. Oh, if that person has got that, then that person has more money, so he's more joyous or something. No, he's just more comfortable in a body, he, and not even sure of whether he is more healthy or not. But the mind is healthy only when you can be without anything and still be confident. Because everything on the planet, you see it as a game, come and go. I nowadays, like, I'm looking for a job. I have so many interviews, and I'm still learning, because all the interviews at the end of the day will have, oh, great feedback and this and that and smiles and this, and then nothing. It will go off into the Bermuda Triangle, sort of a vanishing act will be there. And I still have to learn to take the plastic smiles. Oh, this is just the way the game is played, that everyone compliments, everyone says good things, and then nothing happens. It's just the way. And if rejections are happening, then I have to learn to enjoy the rejections. And just because I have more money now than I had, let's say, 20 years ago when I was in Russia, doesn't mean that I have more or less rejections, or my ability to manage those is better or something. Spiritual freedom gives first the training, or rather the knowledge, that I have to be able to enjoy life no matter what happens, because life is an up and down, and there is no way that it can be only going up or down, up or down. There's a story that when Brahma created the world, the first world that he created 11 beings. And Brahma was very happy. I've created a perfect world and it's so beautiful. And then these 11 perfect beings who came into existence, saw that they have these bodies, immediately started to meditate and pray and achieve communion with God. And then they vanished, and so did the world. So Brahma had to do his learning, and the next time he created a world, he made sure that there was all this, that people would have what is known as Maya. Maya means that power. We know that our bodies are from this earth. We know that. It will vanish back into the earth. And we know that we have a spirit. And we know that body has got an expiry date, and we have got relations which are always changing. And we know that everything is being processed and being reflected in a mind which is always changing and can change. And there's an intellect which is also hard coded at times. So we know all these things. Yet we start living for the body because there is Maya. Maya is that which makes the unreal seem to be real. So the world is spinning. The electrons are moving. At a quantum energy place, electrons are even vanishing and coming up. Yet we think that there is a stability in this world. And we long for stability and security because in the deepest part of our psyche, we are secure and we are stable. The leaf at its very core knows that it is connected to the roots, not seen, but supporting the whole structure. And winds come and the tree shakes and the leaves fall off, but the roots are deep underneath, and the leaf at a very core level knows that that is where I'm getting my nourishment from. And no matter what happens at a level of leaf, I will shake, storm will come, I can even break away and float away. But identified as a leaf, I will die for sure. If all of us will identify, oh, my name is this, and this is my age, and this is my body, we will all die. And you know it, and I know it. Yet we give to this body importance more than the soul, which is at a level of root, unseen, only felt. So we have to twist, we have to provide a contrast to the world of stopping to seeing ourselves as this surface and taking things to be stability. So we have to be understanding that the whole world is changing. Sometimes the changes we just to be good and bad, but all changes are good. So if rejection I'm surrounded with, then I have to love rejection, because the key is I still have a body through which I am playing this game of life, and sometimes it's going up, sometimes it's going down. I have to enjoy the going up and down like a child enjoys going up the hill and then coming down the hill. If I say, no, I only want to be going up, how is that possible? There needs to be a contrast. Otherwise, it's not worth it. But the trick to contrast is maybe in the story of Job. In the Bible, one of the most dense and very mystically written, and a lot of violence and sex is there in the old Bible. In the Old Testament is the story of Job. And Job's story starts like this. In the court of the God. So God in those days was having a court and had a house, and all his favorite people would come in, just like a dinner party. And in comes one of these days, Satan comes in. He walks up and God asks him, Mr. Satan, how are you? And he actually says, yes, I'm fine. And God actually says, well, not exactly I'm fine, but God actually says, so what were you doing? And so the exact word is something here and there. I was on earth and going around here and there and seeing things how they are, and up and down I was going. And God says, so how are things? He says, yeah, things are good. People seem to, and he says, but yes, but there is I have a favorite over there on the planet Earth. And Satan says, yeah, I know, the Mr. Job. And God says, yeah, I'm really proud of this guy Job. He loves me. The dude really loves me. And Satan just gives him a cynical smile and says, you know what, bro? Of course he loves you. You have given him tons of, like, in those days, children used to be also like each son was considered to be an asset. So you have given him 7 sons, and you have given him 7 daughters, and you have given him so much amount of business. He has so many camels, and he has got so much trade. So of course he loves you. And you have given him a huge house. And God said, no, 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 that's not true. If you let's have a bet. Satan says, okay, it's not mentioned what the price is. And he says, okay, so let's have a price. Satan says, God says, you can control his life, and let's see if he still, I'm very sure that he will still love me. So Satan, in one fine day, he loses all the house, his camels, his ships in trade sink, and all the sons and daughters, they are sitting in the house, and it catches fire. So in one day, he loses everything. And Job comes out and he still says, oh God, I had nothing, and you gave me nothing. You have left me with nothing, but you are great and all that. And God starts to smirk. Look, he still loves me. And Satan says, nothing doing. You haven't really let me touch him. God thinks about it. He says, okay, go ahead, you can touch him. So Satan gives him diseases of the body, so that even his wife cannot bear with him. His breath is stinking, etc. So they can't sleep together, and his body is all covered, etc. And after some time now, then he starts to doubt God. First, he gets angry, and he has got two friends who come to console him. And 7 days, the friends just sit with him that this guy used to be so, we used to respect him. He had everything, 7 sons, 7 daughters, businesses, etc., huge house, and now he has got nothing. And for 7 days, the sons, his two friends sit with him in total silence, and there is harmony. And then on the 7th day, one of them starts to sort of really, you know what, you shouldn't be uh, you shouldn't be complaining so much. Probably you did something wrong, that or you have lost all of it, etc. And then Job gets up and says, what the f, how do you even, how can you, like, I have lost everything, etc., and I've done nothing bad, and this and that, etc. And then he goes off, and then finally then God comes up with the answer. Have you created the mountains? No, I haven't. Have you created the sun and the moon and all the sky and everything? No, I haven't. Then how can you judge me? Shit. And but he's still like, God says, okay, I lost the bed and all that, but he gets his job, gets his wife and life and everything back. But the amazing thing is this, that in all this game, God and Satan are guests and the host having a bet. And whatever Job had lost, he got it back. So when you identify yourself at a level of root, if you will see yourself as a leaf and see your life, I lost this job, I lost this relationship, I got this relationship, etc. You are too much focused on your body, your mind, your intellect. This is the way that I think, this is the way that I like things, etc. That is your personality. And your judgment plans, which we consider to be yeah, this is good, oh, this is that is, oh, sex is really bad, oh, sex between two people and they are also the same, and we have all these judgment, and for whatever reason we think that whatever way that we were brought in, or something, things that we might be jealous of, is bad. Yeah, those things are bad. No, I'm good, I don't have this. So we have, all these are just thoughts which have gathered strength because we have empowered them. Yes, that is good, yet that is bad, this is bad. All the movies nowadays have got the same plot as Romeo Juliet, but now instead of Romeo and Juliet, they will have Romeo and Romeo, or Juliet and Juliet, and it becomes, oh, this movie is really worth it, it is Oscar winning, etc. Because now instead of Romeo and Juliet, these are new times, and no one really no movie critic in his right mind can criticize a movie in which it is Romeo and Romeo or Juliet and Juliet, because no, these guys were like really had a traumatic time. They used to be doing these things in secret. Now they are more very ferociously, like they're very brave. No, good. It's the way the society is running. But all these things, judgments, are of the mind. Doesn't really matter. You connect with someone at a level of heart, what does it matter what the body looks like? It matters, but at a level of body. If you connect with someone, you connect at a level of heart. It shouldn't really matter that whether this person's sex is this or that is that or background is in. Be thankful for any connection. And then when you connect, you see that it is the life force connecting with a life force. And that leads you to broaden out your heart finally to a point where you can broaden yourself so much that you start getting connected and feeling the connection to the unseen root. So you grow spiritually by going beyond your judgments. Oh, I have this judgment, this I like, this I don't like, because life will for sure ensure that whatever you think, you laugh at or something. When I was kid, I remember that if I would see a person without with my particular hairstyle, like a bald guy, I would be laughing. So life made me bird. So everything that you think you have a judgment at, life will come out and serve you properly, so that you get over your judgments, you grow to a point where these things don't matter, and you start having more and more faith, not on the surface things, but at a root level, where you meet. How can I fight with you if I know that your root and my root are the same? You are the same as me. And that's how you start to become a guru, by connecting with the heart, and then you become smaller and let the teaching from the root flow through you to others who have trusted you or are just play acting that they trust you. Doesn't really matter. So we are going to be giving 10 minutes to anyone who wants to do the role of the guru, because during those 10 minutes you are going to be putting your own ego down, and maybe just say Om for 10 minutes, doesn't matter. But the Om from the root will flow through the branches, through the leaves, through you to others. So the power is in the knowledge, is in the clarity. That's what empowers me. That's what will empower you. And you don't do it at a level of technique. No, this is the right technique or wrong technique. You go with the flow. You minimize your own likes, dislikes. I want to be the center of attention, or I don't want to be the center. Oh, this is what like that. That is what like. You minimize yourself. You kill yourself. And you accept that the clarity of the soul level, freedom and being beyond all the changes, and being unconditional love. You put your total faith into it. And then you go beyond, then you are able to go. Someone comes to you, as in the group, someone died. Okay. You are dying. Okay. You accept everything that you cannot change as being perfect. You have empathy, you have sympathy. We pray for the person who is dying, we pray for the person who is dead. But all the time, we have an inner positive strength from the scriptures. The scripture can be any Bible, Quran, Buddhist, Hindu, whichever. At a core level, the scriptures are saying that at a soul level, you are different than the body. The body comes and goes. At a soul level, there is a God. The pantheistic way is that God is in everything and everyone, including, let's say, in my life, the rejections. And I have to use all my willpower to see that. But I know, that's my faith, that I know that these rejections are really good for me. And in everyone's life, there is going to be some sort of a rejection. The final rejection is of death. That is nothing but a rejection of the body. Either you reject the body or the body rejects you. It's all the same. The end is that your soul becomes free, unattached. That's all that happens at the death. Your soul, which was always pure, pristine, sitting in the deepest part of this armor card that we know as body. No matter what it saw, that's your personality. No matter what you think, that's your intellect. And these two are just two different forms of hard-coded ways of thinking. And a thought is based on a thinking, which is just like a cloud, comes and goes. If you hadn't stopped that cloud in your head, it never would have become a part of your personality. If you hadn't started to think that, if someone had taught you right from the day, oh, this chocolate, it has so much amount of calories, it's really bad for, it is not chocolate, it is poison, then you would be You can be induced to all your life take a look at it and have a negative reaction. But if someone has given to you chocolates as a prize in your childhood, and you saw all the ads, etc., then you associate it with achievement, and it even matches in chemical composition with what is released with the adrenaline of love, or dopamine or something like that is released when chocolate. So you start to identify chocolate with love, and it is advertised as being the perfect gift. And then when you see chocolate, it starts a different process, hard coded process. But initially it could have been just been a thought, okay, so something with the sugar and looks like brownish. And there can be lots of things brownish and with sugar added to them, doesn't mean that they are chocolate. So it's all a mind game, and that is Maya. Your mind game, which leads you from your vantage point of being and identifying with the root level of infinity, which leads you to stop. No, 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 but my body is this, and I am my body, and I have this life, etc. Done then. That's Maya. Maya is the veil of illusion, making you think that you are this small. The clarity that flows through the Om, Amin, Om Namo Shivaya immediately is the energy connecting to the infinity of the root of which you are a part, and you very, very deep level, you know that it's true. That the body will come and go, but the soul will keep on. That's why sometimes when you come, we can talk about past life, present life, because time is also something in your mind. So anyone who wants to be a guru, you have to let the Om or the prayer or the whichever prayer that is flow through you. And your intention that I want to share with the group is important. And once you have done that, whatever flows through you, the rest of the group will accept it as being perfect, because your intention is you want to share. And you are minimizing, demeaning yourself with the name and form. You're diminishing it. You're making it zero, and you're acknowledging the pristine greatness and divine nature leading from your mini you to the infinity. So we can have it, everyone can have 10 minutes. Every week you tell me that, okay, I want 10 minutes to be acting like a guru. You are welcome. During those 10 minutes, you don't think of yourself as you. You let the teachings of meditation, whatever you believe in, flow, flow, flow. Preeti wants to do it today. Okay, you can do it. We'll close our eyes. Are you ready?
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, wait. I'll make you I'll make you co-host, so then you can control your environment. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, Preeti has asked today to be the guru, and we will acknowledge the flow of divine knowledge setting us free, flowing from her. And bow your head, and at a level of heart, connect with the guru, with the teacher. The teacher is everywhere and nowhere. And right now it is going to be flowing through Preeti.
Thank you. Om. 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 Thank you for this opportunity.
Next time you have to tell a story also. You have to share a story from your life that helped you to grow. So something, anything that helped you to grow or grow spiritually. Because when you want to become a guru, you have to be able to share. Some people cannot share even a story. So I was asking, how can you grow?
Oh,
It's not
I
fun.
can share one right now if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, so last year I was going through a major breakup in my life, and it was actually because of Thurn. I've known him since 2014, and I basically started doing a lot of meditation, and I wanted to become like my grandmother because she passed away in 2016, but she was always such a beautiful soul, very calm and peaceful, and I wanted her blessings. So Charun helped me, and she became my angel. And the more I meditate, I can feel her presence whenever I'm worried or like have some kind of fear, like for the exam that's I'm planning to give this Saturday. I think about her, and I can feel her presence. And the first time I felt her presence was in Montreal. I went on this meditation retreat with Tarun, and I sat with him and I prayed to God and the universe. And I just thought about my nani, and nani means grandmother in my language. And immediately I felt this powerful, strong wind. And after that, like whenever I think about her, I feel her. There's like that tingling sensation feeling in my body. And I know that she's in the apartment with me, around me and everything. Um, and these meditation sessions have honestly have impacted me in a positive way. And I try now to do charity a lot. And I think I was telling this to Tarun the other day that I feel like I'm slowly getting too addicted to charity because it gives me peace. And I try to donate in memory of my grandmother as well, because it's because of her that I've slowly started becoming more spiritual, and I see the impacts immediately. Like whenever I've donated to charity, and if something's that like bugging me or something, I immediately get like a clarity and I know what I need to do next. So, and I think before, like last year, it was on and off with meditation. I wasn't like fully spiritual, but now with these sessions, I believe in it strongly. And the fact that I connect with my grandmother means a lot to me because she had wonderful qualities, and I want to be like her at a spiritual level. So that's basically my goal. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so next time whoever selects the story has got to be no advertising for me stuff. It becomes one. Two, well, yeah, when you connect and when you start to pray, you open different portals or different potentials. So I can add to the story that when me and Sweta were driving, and she was driving me to Montreal, so we drove through Preeti's apartment, and the three of us prayed over, and there was so many, all the Portuguese things that you can think were happening in her kitchen and all that. And the three of us were sitting in the apartment, and from the kitchen you could. So when you start to pray, etc. But this is like a blessing. Her presence is over like a blessing over out there. So you can connect and you can get the blessings of people that you love, because the physical body, it's not the barrier that we think it is. If you really want to connect with some loved one and they are there, you can, but you should just be careful that you don't do it for, oh, I'm going to get in connection with the spirits to find out treasure or this, etc. You love someone and you feel that what's this body thing, then you can connect, because you see the impermanence or the non-importance of body. Then at a soul level you can connect with everyone that you have loved, past, present and future. That's true. That totally is true. So when you go to her apartment, anyone, it's not us, you will go and you will just pray and ask for her nannies, for her grandmother's blessing. You will feel a whiff. I know it sounds like a horror story, but it is a blessing. So the same thing can be made into the movie Poltergeist, and the same thing can be made into a movie called Blessing. And it's all based on the fact that you start to see beyond your physical limitations. If you're just into a word, how can this be? If you don't believe, you won't see it. You won't feel nothing. It's an apartment, it's an apartment. You go, you met someone, a biological person and that's it. But when you go and you want the blessings and you pray to the higher powers, and you pray that the higher powers, may I feel you or seek you as represented by the people whom I loved and respected in this life, then those powers and those energies are activated and they will reach out to you, because the universe is very, very interactive. So you can check it out. And for this to be getting you to become hard coded. So when Preeti did Om, you felt the raw purity of that Om just seeping in, seeping in, seeping in, and it takes you beyond your body. Now I'm going to be sharing with you what to do when you're how and what to do when you're going beyond body. So look at the two figures, Shiva and Archangel Michael behind me. Now, if you are on the phone and you can't see, behind me is on the left side Shiva and on my right side Archangel Michael. You can even imagine it in your thoughts. Now, Preeti, you're going to be doing again Om, and I'm going to be adding a small task to it. So when you feel Om coming as a blessing from the top, because Om has got thousands, if not millions of meanings, but the one that we are invoking is may I be connected to my eternal myself. So when you feel Om, blessing of Om, and her grandmother's blessings are also mixed in that, coming down, we let it go to our heart, and from our heart, we are all in this world in which this Maya, this illusion, that things are very important. It's very important to have a relationship. It's very important to have a house. It's very important to have money. And all those things are there in our head that they are very important. In reality, the only thing important is that your heart be a holy place where there is laughter. That is the one and only important thing. So, with eyes half closed, open the third eye. See, focus on Shiva on my left or Archangel Michael on the right. It's whichever you want. And then from when Preeti will do Om, let it seep in, open your heart and connect with one heart of either Shiva or Archangel Michael. Or even you can do both. But connect at a level, connect with the higher level of yourself, because Shiva and Archangel Michael are also part of the root, the core you which is everywhere and empowered by you, the core, not you at a level of body, mind, intellect, but at the deepest part of this life force flowing through you. At that level, connect with the representatives or representative forms of the infinity of love. So Michael represents the divine love and power, and Shiva represents infinity. And even their symbols, just like you're not going to be spitting on the photograph of your father or mother. It's just paper, but they represent and they evoke the same emotions. So it's not anymore a photograph or a paper. It represents your parents or whoever you respect, and you might even be willing to die for that photograph. It's just a piece of paper, just like a soldier is willing to die for a piece of cloth because it's a flag of his country. Or the Romans used to die for the flags of their garrison and all that, legion. Sorry, they used to be really ready to die for that eagle that they used to carry, the golden eagle. That was the symbol of the respect. So these things are symbols. So behind me is the symbol of infinity, Shiva, divine love and empowerment, Michael. Connect when Om comes through. Open your heart and connect with one or both. And with the next Oms, feel their power flowing into your heart as a blessing and invoking the golden light beyond this illusion that I am this body. Is this truth that you are a golden light in your at a level of heart, and with the blessings of Shiva or Archangel Michael or both, activate that heart so that the heart smiles no matter what happens on the planet. So Preeti, for the next 5 minutes, just do Om, and everyone is going to open their heart and connect either with Shiva and Archangel or with both, and accept their empowerment flowing from their hearts to your heart. Start it.
Mm. 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 Mm.
Now change the task. Keep on receiving the blessings from those pictures, or rather from Shiva and Archangel Michael, and redirect all those blessings, infinity flowing through you to Hal so that he can take care of his health and other issues. Keep on doing Om. We are just going to go from 1 to Om.
Mm.
Om.
Mm.
So the whole group is sending as one heart to Hal.
Mm. Sorry.
Keep on. It's okay.
Mm.
Sending now love to Jean. Sending love to Liz. Sending love to Laura. Sending love to Galia. Strength to Vera. Rita. Aksana. Sanam. Mila. Neelam. Ina. Lina. Rose. Lila. Katya. Lena, all the strength that she needs. Marina. Into Kriti. Om. And to Catherine. Om. 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 Good. So next week, whoever wants, Dula had sent me an SMS that she wants to do it next week. But whoever wants to do it, you just have to contact me, and that's the basic. You come up with some story, not an advertisement, but something that only you have your participant to something, anything that you want to share. There's no, in reality, there's no restriction. So you But 10 minutes, the focus is going to be on you, and you will share whatever knowledge will flow, not from you, but through you. Whatever. It can be anything that you will feel that it's your intention to share something spiritual and something that you feel in your life is divine. That is important. How and what, not so important. Okay. So think about it. Whoever wants to do it, you will have 10 minutes, and then it's all based on intention. So there is no performance, something that is someone did this or good or things. That's not there. Your intention is that you minimize yourself and let the greatness of the teachings flow through you.
I
And
just
it
want
can
to
be anything. Yeah, sure.
I just wanted to say something. I really hope everyone was able to feel it, because when I was doing Om, I could literally feel my grandmother with me. I can feel her presence. So I hope that, through her, you were also able to feel her blessings.
Yeah, I was able to. I did feel that. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
And this is a sensitive group, so everyone did. Thank you. And till then, tomorrow is semi-Russian. So okay. Till tomorrow, then 7 p.m. tomorrow. Take care.